This is Marlo, the undisputed best Minecraft PvP player in the world. She got tier 1 in every single game mode, making her the first and only ever person to do so. However, she may not be as good as she seems. Recently, many videos have emerged accusing Marlo of cheating. Many high tier players have also made videos on the subject, but I realized that these were all in the perspective of high tier players who may have fought Marlo, and so they couldn't possibly be entirely objective. So here I am. My job is to review the evidence and provide an outsider perspective on the whole situation. Now, you may ask how I may be qualified? Well, I'm not, and that's the point. I've never tier tested on my current account, and I've only practiced PvP to kill kids on SMPs, so I don't have any bias against or towards Marlo. Before we start, I do also want to say that this video is a collection of the strongest current evidence against Marlo, and therefore contains many clips and evidence found by other creators, so do make sure to check out the original videos as well. Marlo got famous for her 1.9 crystal PvP skills and quickly rose to fame. She co-owned MC tiers with Lurrn and jyguy. However, in early 2025, this all changed. The tier list split up, and since Marlo owned the MC tiers LLC, she took sole control. That's when the problem started. Earlier, when she was a co-owner, she was regularly PC checked. However, now that she was the only owner, she didn't have to consent to any PC checks. Furthermore, she's rarely ever seen playing on servers other than the one she owned, PvP Club. Therefore, she could bypass the anti-cheat since she owns the server. Due to this, most of the valid accusations are focused at that period of time. I would like to say though, in Marlo's defense, that she was once doxxed in 2021 due to a PC check and had her IP released. So it is quite understandable why she wouldn't want to join random servers or consent to a PC check. Now that you have the context, let's move on to the evidence. Now there is just an overwhelming amount of evidence against Marlo, and the majority of it seems to be explainable. A creator named Subzero made a video addressing the three main clips that were being used as evidence against Marlo at the time. Swat actually replied in the comments to this video in Marlo's defense, explaining the clips, which I will go over really quickly now. Also, another crazy thing is, Swat actually deleted his comment from the video. He either changed his mind after seeing new overwhelming evidence, or maybe just didn't want to be involved in the controversy. Either way, that is suspicious. Now in the first clip, which is a diapod clip, we can see Marlo flicking while hitting, making her head movement look weird. Now, this was explained by Swat in the comments by a gate-capped tier 1 strategy called knockback displacement. In this strategy, if you look in a certain direction before a hit, and then flick hit your enemy, the enemy takes knockback in the direction of where you were first looking. This pretty much debunks this first clip. In this second nethpot tier test clip, you can see Marlo flicking around and even doing a 360 while losing a fight against Swat. Now the score was 3-1, and this was the final round. In Subzero's video, he attributes it to something conflicting with her being able to heal and aim locking onto Swat. However, Swat claimed this to be Marlo just giving up, which does seem quite odd, but I guess is plausible given the context of the situation. It is peculiar though that Marlo does hit Swat on the 360, as though she was still trying to fight, but that could also just be some weird way of giving up. In the third clip, Subzero talks about Marlo's shield stunts. Now this is something very interesting. I'm a big fan of numbers and statistics, but I'm also an incredibly lazy man when it comes to acquiring them. So I'm glad another creator called Mario Kart 617 did it for me. In his video you can see a Google Doc showing all the different stun slams, attribute swaps and shield stuns she has done in her maze montage and other videos. And there was something highly unusual about them. See, the speed at which she was doing them wasn't impossible at such a high level of gameplay, but the consistency on the exact number of frames to carry out these shield stuns or attribute swaps were almost always the same, with a 99% accuracy. Is being that consistent across game modes possible? Also, be sure to check out Mario Kart's video, as he has many interesting insights and shows the original Google document with the calculations in his video. Now, these were some subpar claims which have some relatively decent explanation. Marlo maybe is just that good at Minecraft PvP. But the following clips are what make me the most doubtful about her legitimacy. In this clip, Dr. Dona pointed out that Marlo, despite never selecting the respawn anchor, placed it. This would never be possible. Marlo replied to this saying she was using the Exordium mod, which reduces jyguy frame rate, causing it to not show her selecting the anchor, even though she did. Now, a creator named Refon carried out a test to fact check this, downloading the same version that she would have had at the time of the clip, and saw that hotbar skips only take place at low FPS settings, which she couldn't possibly be using, since her pearl cooldown looks smooth instead of choppy. So he confronted Marlo about this, and she said she didn't know why this happened. The owner of the mod also pointed out that the enchant glint of the sword was updating every frame. Therefore she either didn't use Exordium or used a higher FPS setting, in which a hotbar skip was impossible. Now, another damning proof, according to me, was the 1v1 with Vexay. Imagine you had a chance to win $350 doing something you had already done before. Would you be hesitant to do it again? Probably not, right? So Vexay offered Marlo to 1v1 in Sword for $350, and she won't lose anything if she loses. But the duel had to be on Mindman. Now, Mindman is recorded to have the best anti-cheat there is in the Minecraft community. Marlo agreed to the duel, but then proceeded to stall for like 7 hours straight, taking 3 whole hours to change a mod pack until Vexay eventually had to leave. Now this is extremely sus, because first of all, that should be an easy $350 if she's legit. Secondly, even if someone argues that she was trolling his video or something like that, that is a pretty insane way to troll, making him wait for 7 whole hours and then still not even showing up. Just seems like straight up dodging. There's just no way I can explain this in Marlo's defense. So if you guys have any thoughts, do let me know in the comments. Now, I have probably watched almost every single exposed video of Marlo scouring for new evidence that people may not know about. And while doing so, I came across Marlo's video, my experience with the Minecraft community. The shit that she had to face in the community was just disgusting. So I do hope none of you go around harassing her about this, because honestly that's just weird. What I think though is that the amount of unexplainable evidence there is across game modes, it is quite likely that Marlo is in fact hacking. I'm open to being proven wrong in anything I may have said in this video, and I actually hope that Marlo isn't hacking, but the evidence just doesn't support her currently. I've tried carrying out extensive research before making the video, but new evidence keeps popping up, so if there is anything that I missed or got wrong, let me know down in the comments so I can make corrections. Alright guys, like and subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.